Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua Solomon, and this is my final presentation over the Ppalli-Ppalli culture in South Korea. Pali is the Korean word for hurry or quickly. The phrase Ppalli-Ppalli generally means hurry up or come on or let's get a move on. And when literally translated, the phrase means hurry, hurry or quickly, quickly. This phrase was birthed after the Korean War in its post-war era with the intention of rebuilding the country quickly. And another thing that came with it was the belief that being fast-paced in business or otherwise is often considered the basis for social growth. The reason I chose this culture was that I know that it's a big part of the Korean culture, them them having a fast-paced culture in general. I also know that it was a huge part of Korea's post-war resurrection, and mostly I work with a similar attitude that I need to get done with this job quickly so that I can move on to the next task. And in my family, most of us don't like being seen idle at work. So we're always finishing a task as quickly as possible, as best as possible, and then looking for another task to do. Some pros that I found in the Ppalli-Ppalli culture are that jobs get done quicker, obviously, and if you get a job done quicker, that means you can move on to the next job that much quicker. Or, similarly, the quicker you get a job done, the more time you have to rest. Another pro I found was that this resulted in fast-paced public transportation, such as buses and trains and etc., that are rarely more than a minute late, if that. Also, Ppalli-Ppalli resulted in quick delivery services, which only got quicker when smartphones were introduced, as well as things such as Uber Eats and whatnot. Another thing that came about from Ppalli-Ppalli was Korea's speedy internet. Believe it or not, South Korea has the fastest internet in the world. However, some cons that I found in Ppalli-Ppalli are that working quickly could result in overlooking minute details. And this could result in potential damages and possibly result in potential deaths. And the deaths could be from a screw not being screwed on tight enough or somebody overworking themselves to death. In applications, some suggestions I have are that I feel the application of Ppalli-Ppalli in Korea or America could work or be improved with the addition of more workers whose jobs are solely to overlook or review uh, jobs that are being done quickly, whether that be making sure every screw is tight, every nail is hammered down, every I-beam's in place, or making sure every file is double spaced at 12-point font. I also think allowing a respectable amount of break time would be beneficial in avoiding fatigue-related incidents or accidents, as well as avoiding somebody overworking themselves to death. And two questions I would like to provide to you are, one, how well do you think a Ppalli-Ppalli culture would work in America and why? And two, where in America do you think the Ppalli-Ppalli culture would do best? Or where do you think it would do worst and why? Here are the sources where I got my information, and thank you all for being here for my final presentation. Bye.